guys, Kathy with Kathy's WW Journey. How's everybody today? I am bringing our soft sourdough bread. Now you can use this with your regular sourdough or your discard sourdough. Either one. Same recipe, either one. We're going to do this one with Miss Minnie. That's her name. Yeah. Okay. We are going to start off with, I'm going to bring you down to my mixer. Let me kind of angle it a little bit different for you. Okay, there. Yeah, that's a pretty good shot, I'd say. All right. I have 2.5 cups of flour in there. All right. And I am also going to add, and I like to mix my flours. So, 1/2 a cup of whole wheat to equal up to 3 cups. So you could change that out any way you want, guys. That's just the way I do it. Okay, so now you're going to need a 1/4 cup of powdered milk. Any brand will do. I'm just using, it's the Great Value Instant Non-Dry Mix, dry milk. Okay. And we're going to need 2 tablespoons of sugar. I'm using the zero calorie because I don't want to add these. These come out to, I think it's 1 point per slice, but you got to at least get 26 to 30 slices out of it. So make sure it's cold before you try that. Okay, 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to put 1 teaspoon of salt. I got to fill up my salt shaker. It's supposed to be, wait a minute, 1.5, wait. Yeah, it's 1 teaspoon of salt, sorry. Okay. 2 tablespoons of soft butter. Okay, we're going to put in 1 egg. 1 egg, guys. Now, for this one, you're also going to need, I'm using instant rice yeast as well. And that is going to be 1.5 teaspoons. Because I want a really soft sourdough. So that's going to help that do that. Okay. 1/2 cup of water. I just have room temperature water. It is perfectly great. And then you're going to need, I'm going to say approximately 3/4 cup of sourdough starter. Look how nice and bubbly that is. Miss Minnie's good. I took her out of the fridge because I keep her in the fridge and feed her once a week until the day before I'm going to bake something with it. And then I just let her sit out. I just want to leave enough in there to keep my starter going. And it equals out to about 3/4 of a cup. And you just leave a little bit in there so you can keep her going. So there. And I'll show you how to keep her going as well if you would like that. Okay, so everything is in there. Now, we're going to mix this up a little bit. And then it's going to sit and rest right in the bowl here for a minute. So we're just going to let that go. I'm going to tell you about the sourdough, the discard one. We made pancakes the other day because we had breakfast night. It was Monday night. Those were the best tasting pancakes, and the points are not bad on those at all. I think it ended up being 3 or 4 points for the pancakes, and we ended up having 3 pancakes each. Oh, it was delicious. It really was. And if you guys want me to share that recipe, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely do that next time because we see more pancakes in our future. And the carbs was not bad on it. I don't know. I'm trying to think. No, I don't have the net carbs for that. The sourdough bread here, I will have the net carbs down below for you guys, because you know I'm watching the carbs plus doing Weight Watchers. I'm Weight Watchers the blue, and I'm also watching the carbs, and I don't go over 100. I try to keep it as low as possible. You know, I don't know. It's a range. It's a range for me. It's going to be anywhere from 40 to 100, not over 100. I try to make it 40 to 90, and then I'm in a good range, I think. And we'll see, you know, when the scale, if the scale moves or not. I don't know about the scale this week because I had a few extra carb days, but we'll see how it goes, because really I stayed pretty good. So okay, we are mixing this up. Alrighty, let me show you here. Alright, she's just mixing a little bit, trying to get all that the flour. Sometimes you got to get a little helping hand. Okay, so I'm going to stop it. I'm going to pull this up, and I'm just going to scrape down the sides here. Pull this off for a few minutes. This bread, once you've cooled it completely, I slice it up to get all my slices out to make it the 1 point. Now see, there's still a little flour in the bottom. I'm just going to kind of mix that in, work it in a little bit. That's all you got to do. And then she's going to sit for 20 minutes. And then the hook is going to do some more kneading for us. Or you can knead it by hand, that's up to you. But I let my machine do the work. Where was I? Okay, yeah. And I slice it. It slices beautifully. And it freezes well, because it's just Steve and I. And of course there's no preservatives in this bread. So you got to keep it in the refrigerator. Don't keep it out. You know, toast it, grilled cheese, but once you do bring it out, you could throw it in the microwave for a couple seconds and warm it up, and it's just as soft as the day that you made it. So, okay, that's enough. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to set my timer. We're going to just let it sit right there in the bowl. You don't have to cover it. You don't have to do anything for 20 minutes. Let me set this. Okay. And I'll bring you back when that little procedure is done. Alrighty. I'll bring you back, guys. Guys, I brought you back a few minutes early because I forgot. I'm going to show you how because the starter here is done, so I'm going to show you how I go ahead and feed this, and it goes back in the fridge. My Miss Minnie. Alright, so let me bring it down here so you can see what I'm doing. Let me see. There, I think you can see. Alright, I have it clean. I usually change my jar. So, what I'm doing is I will put probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm going to put 6 tablespoons of just regular flour. 1 tablespoon of rye flour, and you don't have to use rye. You can just use just plain water, or flour and water is fine. But I like to add. I put 1 rye and 1 whole wheat in there. Okay, and then the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I'm going to go 6. I might add a little more to that. And then I'm going to add the rest of my starter that I didn't use yet. All right, then you just want to stir this up really, really good. Set you there a minute. Just stir, 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 stir. I'm going to add probably another tablespoon of water. So that was about 6. So that'll make like another loaf of bread. But like the day, like I said, I keep it in the fridge, and if I know I'm making bread tomorrow, this will sit out outside the fridge after I feed it. And then in the morning I can make another loaf of bread. But I don't need bread tomorrow. So what I'll do is it'll go right in the fridge from this after I clean this jar a little bit. Because I'm pretty fussy. I want things nice and clean, and it just looks good that way. If you have the the sourdough up on the corners and everything, the sides, you might start getting some mold, and we don't want any mold, which isn't going to hurt anything either, but still, I don't want it in my stuff there. So, and then I'm just going to take a cloth here, get another piece of paper towel. Okay, that way I can come around and get the jar cleaned. There we are, that's perfect. And the lid, there you go. Just like that, and I don't screw it all the way on tight. I'll just leave it on. And that's it. Miss Minnie's ready for the fridge. Alright guys, I'll bring you back when we're ready to finish this off and get it proofing. I'll be right back. Okay guys, I brought you back. It's been 20 minutes or it's been sitting there. So we are just going to put the hook down and just let it knead for a few more minutes. 2 or 3 minutes. But it's just perfect when you let it go. Got my plastic wrap. You have to let me know down below if you've made your own sourdough bread. I know we love it. That's about the only bread that I'm going to make unless, you know. I don't know. I'm always going to have the starter, so it's just, you digest it better. It's good for type 2 diabetics and pre-diabetic. It's just good all the way around. It just digests a lot quicker in our bodies. So, yay. You know, and it's, I don't know. There's something about making dough, making bread that soothes the soul. It does mine anyway. May not be for everybody, but it does wonders for me. So, okay, that's that looks to be about right. Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. Pull that out. Yeah, that's a perfect little. You can just feel it. It's not sticky. It's perfect. So you just want to put it in your bowl, and we're going to cover it, and you're going to let it rise for about an hour. Mine's taking about an hour today. It depends on the weather and stuff. And I mean, if you look at it after an hour and it hasn't doubled in size, let it go a little longer, you know. So, it'll definitely rise, guys. Alright, I'll bring you right back. Okay, guys, once that rises after the hour, you're going to bring your dough out. And you're going to grease your pan, and I just use the olive oil spray. And then you are going to let it rise for another hour. This is ready for the oven now. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, and the oven is going to be preheated, 350, and we're going to bake this for 35 minutes. So I will, let me get this in the oven. 35 minutes is all we need on that. And I will bring you guys back when that comes out of the oven so you can see. Now that one that I just put in the oven, I made with discard, the sourdough discard. So you can, just to show you, you can use your regular sourdough or the discard, because I like to use my discard for pancakes, for baking goods, you know. I'll put that in there. So, and it's the same exact recipe. Same thing. The discard you're going to use probably about 3/4 of a cup of the discard, sourdough discard. So it's great. Alright, I will bring you back when that is ready. Alright guys, I'll be right back. Okay guys, our bread just came out of the oven. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Alright, I'm going to flip it out and it come out really nicely. Beautiful loaf of bread. Beautiful. Now what I like to do, and you don't have to do this if you don't want to. Let me just bring this little over here. I always have like a little thing of butter, and I just like to put it over the top. Just a little bit. It softens the bread a little bit so your crust isn't going to be really hard or anything. But this is going to be a soft bread anyway on the inside. But there you have it. That's a lovely loaf of bread, guys. Okay. And then when you cool that completely, it's easily to get. You got to have at least, I'm going to say, I get 30 slices out of mine. And they're nice and beautiful. Look at that. Isn't it gorgeous? And that's going to be 1 point a piece for those. So two thin slices is going to be 2 points. And your carbs on that is going to be 16 grams of carbs. So I mean, it's not something you want to eat all the time, but you know, there's sometimes I want a half a sandwich or something, a BLT, whatever. And if I'm not going to put it in a wrap, I'll put it in there, you know, and I'll count the 16 grams of carbs because I'm low carb in it all day anyway. So there you have it. Yes, you can have bread, and yes, you can have homemade bread, and it's better for you. All those preservatives are not in there. And please keep it in the fridge. It's like I like to slice it up and then I just package out maybe 6 slices at a time and keep it in the fridge. And then the rest goes in the freezer and I pull it out when I need it, and I always have fresh bread. So there you have it, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed that. Have a great day. All the instructions will be down below. And please give me a like, comment, share if you think anybody would like this. And don't be afraid to do sourdough. It's like, yay. It's real easy to do. Alright guys, take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye now.